Good afternoon. This video is only for educational and learning purpose. This is based on my own formula for Nifty. The levels mentioned in this video are all spot levels. Consult your financial advisor before taking any real positions. The advanced data is available. For details, contact this WhatsApp number 9940116912. My name is Narendran. Let's go to Friday's market. Friday market ended up in the positive 10,876.75. 18.05 points in the positive, 0.17% in the positive. Opened around 10,892.10. High went around 10,922.45. Low around 10,835.10. Let's go to our Friday prediction review. In our prediction, everything indicated positive around the ratio 5:3, average is 3:0, weight is 2.32 versus 0.41. and absolute frequency 3:2. So everything indicated on the positive, 76% in the positive and 23% in the negative side. But the interesting facts are the absolute frequency, which is having around 0.09% in the positive. Remaining all resistance levels are above 1% and above, and overall average in the range of somewhere around 0.59%. That is where Friday's high around 10,922. Why? Because we are saw so many times. It is all depends on how the market is going to open, and the opening is supported a bit around 10,892, which is on the positive side comparing with the previous closing. So it is moved towards to the overall average, but there is no that much potential to go beyond that level, because we don't have any frequency in the resistance level 2 as well as resistance level 3. And whenever the frequency, absolute frequency, is nearing those having a high chance rate, so that is the reason after opening that level it has came down towards to the support level in the 10,844. And if we take that and the new updation, which is, if we see that opening 892, which is 892, which is in between 10,895 to 10,883, which is both are in the frequency overall absolute frequency, so which is frequency average and overall average. So we already saw that we need to see that resistance levels. So if we take that resistance level, then the first two target will be somewhere around 10,863 and 10,868, and then third target, if it is on the bullish side, 10,895. So this is the crucial level which is not even broken, that particular 10,927. Why? Because it is all average. We need to check out the resistance level. If you take those in consideration, the maximum level is showing 10,922.48 on that, and we need to check out that we are having overall average in the same category, 10,923. So the average is indicated. It has opened in the somewhere range around 10,008. 10,892, 10,892, which is in between those two levels. So it has moved almost. This is the new updation, which I am in the blue color and the light blue, which is nothing but, don't get confused. This is the ranges where it will go high. For example, we have somewhere around, it has opened little above that level, 10,888, and the next level will be 10,897. We have a small gap somewhere around 9 points, but if you see that we are having around 2 points around the gaps. Why? Because this is indicating that the ranges may get supported or resisted in between those 2 to 3 points every now and then. So market may not go very fast in the downside as well as too much fast in the positive side. That is what this data will indicate us. So it has slowly moved step by step towards to the positive, which has it has opened above this level and moved towards to slowly almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means almost 14 stages. So after reaching 10,922, again those 14 stages it has reached, and slowly it has came down towards to 10,835. That is the low, I think. 10,835. So which means 10,835, it comes here somewhere in the negative average. Yes, negative average. So that is what it is indicating, which means with this help we can not only able to predict the high and low, but is it is supporting those levels. We need to check out those levels. This is indicating how fast the market will move on the positive or negative. If the gaps are too much high in between, means the market will volatile. The market volatility will be very much higher, and the downfall or the uptrend may be much faster. So that is what indicating. If it is the gaps are very little, like 2 to 3 points, means the movement of the market may not be that much faster. So that is what I'm going to track for quite some time, and that is what happened on Friday. The market has came down from the high around 10,922 to almost 100 points, 10,890, I mean 835, but the movement of the market is not that much faster. It has given up its points, but it has slow and steadily moved around 3 to 4 points every now and then. It has moved up as well as came down. So that is what it need you people are need to understand this. It will take some time because it may get confused a bit, but you need to carefully understand this marks, then only you can able to understand this. But we need to track very much on these data. And this resistance and support levels were very much important. All other formulas which I'm updating, those are all the learning curves. Which why I'm updating those formulas, because in the future we need to see one particular data which needs to tell us that this is the closing. That is the reason I'm trying to work out those data. But we need to follow these resistance and support levels. This will give us a clear picture, even though no matter how people are not understanding those other formulas. And the minimum ranges as well as the maximum ranges which shown in the data, almost the low as indicated a bit very clearly, 10,835 and 10,833. But the maximum ranges, some ranges we found out initially itself that this won't get hit to 56, and some more I have updated, which is nothing but the previous closing and the negative, I mean positive closing and the negative closing, those average I have given here. With that help, for example, the projection is nothing but the average of entire what I have updated in the market closing, and the average is nothing but the average of this, and the projection is nothing but the entire average of those data. You can see that blue mark, the entire average of those market opening and those new data up to this range. So it will give us somewhat picture in the future. So that is what it has given, and with that average I have averaged it with the previous average, which gives 10,904, and this is the new updation which I have updated, which is nothing but it is quite interesting to know as well, because it has given the exact closing today, and I will explain you how. It is nothing this is the new possibility which I updated. I'll explain you how it comes. It is nothing but the positive of minimum and maximum plus the positive closing and the average. Those four averages is this 10,994. Those four averages. One, this is negative. For the positive, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Those averages you are given. At the same time, on the negative side, negative on the negative side and negative side and the average. Those four averages I have given here, and surprisingly you can see that 10,876 what happened on Friday. Why I am tracking those? Well, because I want to find out that how the market is going to react and where the market is going to end in the future. If these farmers are giving absolute return results whenever the market closing, we can easily found no matter how the resistance, how the support levels are working, we need to check out the closing. We need to find out that high and low. So if we found out those three things, then we can easily trade in the future. So that is the reason I am updating so many data and so many for so many averages and formulas to find the high and low and the closing, because we almost every support and resistance level we can able to easily get, because it is happening every now and then. Every data is showing the high and low support and resistance level, it is happening, but only key point is we need to find that where it is going to close and where it is going to keep high and where it is going to keep low. If we know those three things, then in the future we can make huge money in the market. That is the reason I am updating those. So please be patient with me. So you people are track those data of resistance and support level itself. Don't worry about the other formulas and everything, because it may give you a confusion. So keep strict with this support and resistance level. This is what important, and absolute frequencies are important, because what happens is on Friday market has opened well above that level, 10,858 with the previous closing, which is indicated a positive, and it has kept around 10,922 as a high. Normally the 1 to 2 points will be the difference of high and low. But if it is breaking those level and keeps some 3 to 4 point, means it will go beyond that level. That is the indication. For example, on Friday it has kept a high of 10,922, which means it is not broken, and the gap is around almost a point, which means that has kept a high. So you can keep a stop loss of 10,927, because 4 points to 5 points you need to keep stop loss. Why? Because it is breaking and moving towards to the positive side and breaking those 2 points, because normally if the market is keeping high or low, with our data it is matching with 1 or 2 data. So that 1 or 2 points is very much important. If it is breaking those 2 points and moving towards to third and fourth point, means it is going to go towards to the next level. That is the indication. So you need to watch out those high and low, whether the market is kept a point or two. So if it is kept a point or two, we can get a conclusion that the market may not go beyond that level. If it is breaking the 1 or 2 points and moving towards to third and fourth point, then the high and low is not the same. It may break that high as well. That is the indication. So please watch out this. The remaining data are until you are getting confident with this, you can trade. Otherwise, just omit these formulas and other thing. Just keep watching this support and resistance. It will give you a clear picture of how the market is going to move. And let's move to the Monday prediction. Monday prediction indicating a positive sign once again, around 7:3, and 2 is to 0 and 10.46% versus 4.78. This is weird. See, we normally get around 2 to 3 points percentage in the positive or negative, but this time on Monday we are having positive around 10.46%, which means the positive side is very strong enough to go break and beyond. So it is a very risky market on Monday, and the negative side as well 4.78%, which is a big comparing with the positive. It is less, but still it is a big sign. So we need to play very carefully. And absolute frequency I have given 1:1, which because it is a fresh market and we don't have any frequency. It is a fresh day for the month, so after closing that particular day only we can find the frequency where it is going to end. So that is the reason I have given equally 1:1. And the positive side percentage is 72% showing comparing with negative around 28. On the formula, which is everything shown huge around 600 to 400, and the high positive, which is around 11,000, 1100 points above, which is not going to happen on Monday. But what it indicates is we need to play very cautiously, because anything goes abnormally, then it may burn your fingers. So please play cautiously. That is what it is indicating. On the lower side also it is showing around 800 points. I don't think it is going to happen. On the minimum range somewhere around 78 points, which is having a possible to happen. And the minimum range of negative around 30 points, and the maximum range is 226. And this is also you need to watch out, because I don't think it is going to happen. But if the opening is very high, for example 90 points and 100 points up in the positive side, then this is having a little chance to hit. So we need to watch out that opening very much possible. On the lowest side negative around 33 points as well. On the positive closing, which is around 9,243, I don't think it is going to happen, but this is very much possible. On the negative side 10,008 not 6. And on the projection, which is the overall averages, which is shows this entire average, the entire average which shows 10,909. So which indicates that market is still on the positive direction. So no matter how it is going to come down in the negative side, still it has a good chance to move towards to the upside. That is what it is indicating. But the average, which gives around 10,858, and the new average, which I found out that on the positive side around 11,081 and the negative side around 10,880, still it shows around 4 points on the positive direction. So even in the lower side, still even, no matter how negative it goes, it may recover from the low and may end up in the flat side. That is what it is indicating. And that is the reason I have given 55% chances in the positive direction and 40% chances in the flat and 5% chances in the negative side. But still we need to watch out. Why? Because in the support and resistance level, we are having 7 data in the positive side and 3 data in the negative side. So the crucial levels are in the negative around 10,799. If it is breaking, then market may go down towards to the negative direction. And in the positive side 10,963 is breaking in, the market may go towards to the positive direction. So this is the bullish to start and this is the bearish to start. So we need to watch out that opening is the key. Anything opens below that level 10,838, then market will move towards to the negative direction. So watch out that opening, because in the resistance level 1 and 2 we are having flat range as well as the mid range. So the opening and the resistance 1 and 2, which is having flat positive to mid positive, which means the opening is the key. If the opening is not supporting the positive around, if it is opens around flat range, means That is fine, but it has a good chance to come down as well. If it is opens in the flat range, it may go towards to some extent even 10,927 or maybe 10,960 also. It may go up to that level, and after that it may have a chance to come down. But the opening is well above 10,927 and above, then you need to play very cautiously, because coming down is we do not know how it will happen, but still it has a good chance to move both sides, because we are having 4.78% in the negative, but the positive around 10.46%. So very cautiously you need to play with the strict stop loss, because it may seems to be bullish, but still the opening is not supporting, then it may come down towards to negative side as well. Let's see how the market is going to give us on Monday. Thank you. These are all the ranges for the open. So watch out those ranges and take this printout and check out those. And these are all the, and in the blue side is nothing but the high and low where it is going to reach. But see this particular, we have a little gap. For example, 71, 75, 4 points are there. So the movement of the market is little faster than on what we saw in the Friday. So this will give us a somewhat picture in the future, I think. Let's see. Thank you.